After revisiting Assassin's Creed Valhalla, something triggered in our mind, which led us to replay some of the original Assassin's Creed games that were released way before Valhalla. And after playing and comparing both of the games, we noticed a huge difference. And the difference was that the older games were more polished and had much more and better storyline, and some other elements which were a lot downgraded in Valhalla and all of the games before it. Although some of them were better, but not all of them. And after noticing such a difference, we began to wonder how this massively popular franchise is now failing. And if you're wondering the same question, then you're in luck, because in this video we will cover the answer of this question on why Assassin's Creed is failing. So, without wasting any more of your precious time, let's get right into the video. Over the course of time, things and people both change, and that was the case for Ubisoft, because the developers who worked on the original Assassin's Creed games left the company a few years ago. Also, Assassin's Creed games that people criticize are being made by different studios, and the veteran studio or the studio that was responsible for creating Assassin's Creed in the first place is Ubisoft Montreal. And Ubisoft Montreal is also not in good shape these days, because some of the people were either fired from Ubisoft because of sexual assault and some allegations, including the veteran game director Ashraf Ismail, who worked on Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, and on some of the major Assassin's Creed games as well. Much of the games in which he worked were quite successful. Also, the acclaimed game writer Darby McDevitt left Ubisoft also after the release of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So because of the original people leaving the studio or company, the games are now in completely new hands, and this could be a positive thing or a negative thing. Positive in the sense that the new people actually care about the franchise, or chances could be that they are actual fans who know what other people want, while on the negative side, they just care about money, which is the most obvious thing that we are seeing right now. Almost in every Assassin's Creed game you will see forced microtransactions, which are making players to buy this particular thing. Well, we're not saying that this thing wasn't present in the games made by these developers. Well, they actually made fantastic games, but they left. Although we hope that the new developers actually care about this, and we hope that it continues that way. We would like to classify this into a whole new category, which is known as the soft reboot. Well, everything needs change. This is the way of nature and how life works. But in case of Assassin's Creed, things went downhill pretty fast. Many people believe that the RPG format was the only soft reboot that the franchise got. Well, that's not true entirely, where the games went through a lot of changes ever since Assassin's Creed Revelations, and the cycle continued. But those changes were not big enough to interfere with the game and gameplay itself. But starting from Assassin's Creed Origins, the games changed from linear to RPG, which was a blessing for some people and a curse for some. And some of the major mechanics were either removed or were downgraded. Parkour became a lot more linear with no depth at all. Social stealth was completely removed, the hidden blade was downgraded, animations became a lot more clunkier, and quantity exceeded quality, which wasn't an issue for some, but for some it meant a lot. Origins received good reviews because it was still an Assassin's Creed game and people liked the new fresh take, but things became a lot more repetitive after Assassin's Creed Odyssey, where much of the assets from Origins and animations from Origins were reused in Odyssey. Not only that, but Odyssey received a lot of criticism, which wasn't actually intended. Many people in our comment section argued about this point, but we would like to clear that it was our personal opinion, and it still is. The developers promised to bring back some of the major mechanics in Valhalla, but they were not praised because the stealth there was non-existent. You couldn't even sneak through it, and the whole RPG format became one of the major reasons for this franchise's failure. But Assassin's Creed Mirage told us that even with this format, stealth is possible, only if you have the right people working on it, and we hope that the franchise continues this route. This is a well-known fact by now that Ubisoft pumps out 3 or 4 Assassin's Creed games nowadays, and also a few reports suggested that they're putting their best efforts on Assassin's Creed. They're also making a full-on platform which will connect all of the Assassin's Creed games, which is known as Assassin's Creed Infinity, so it will be a live service platform. Despite all of these efforts, the games are not receiving good critical acclaim. They're being criticized. Well, the reason is that the more games you pump actually reduces the quality of your product, and we're not contradicting ourselves as we explained in the previous points. That was a whole separate thing, but what we're telling right now is completely different. Quality should be prioritized more than quantity. Nobody wants 3 or 4 Assassin's Creed games. We only want 1 Assassin's Creed game per year, per 2 years, or per 3 years. But it should have enough content for us to enjoy for a lifetime. Look at how Rockstar does this. They are a big company. They make 1 game per 10 years, and that game remains in the limelight for more than 2 decades. Look at Grand Theft Auto 5, Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Redemption, and all of their other major games. Except the Grand Theft Auto Trilogy Remaster, which they messed up. They are still praised by the fans, and if Ubisoft takes that same route, then there's no denying that they will succeed. Assassin's Creed lore is amazing, and Ubisoft is not utilizing it at all. They can make a perfect Assassin's Creed game by taking their time, because if they can make a full-on game with larger maps within a period of 2 years, then they can actually make a quality product in a period of 5 years or 3 years or so. It all depends upon Ubisoft, but we doubt it's gonna happen anytime soon, because right now there are 7 more Assassin's Creed games that will still release after Assassin's Creed Red, but we can only hope for the best. Now the factor that we will talk about right now will be a bit controversial. But the thing is that the Assassin's Creed fanbase is quite toxic. If we look at all of the previous Assassin's Creed games that players now praise, including Assassin's Creed Unity, which the Assassin's Creed fans praise like a god and say that Unity was the best in parkour, and you can find tons of comment on every Unity's gameplay video on YouTube, where people are not stopping to praise that game. But where were those people when Unity was released? Because if we remember correctly, the same people were criticizing Unity back then because of its new gameplay style and poor character development.
All praise my daddy Ezio. Who cares about Unity, man?
Man, I miss the days when Assassin's Creed used to be Assassin's Creed.
Yo man, Arno is a forgettable character. I want my daddy Ezio back.
I want refunds. What the hell is this?
All praise my
I miss the
daddy
days
Ezio.
when Assassin's
Who cares
Creed
about
used to be
Unity,
What the
man?
hell is this? Miss the days when Assassin's Creed used to be
What the hell is
Assassin's Creed.
back? Also because Unity was released in a buggy state, which led to fans disliking it immediately. Ubisoft had the chance to improve it in Syndicate, but people disliked it. And now the same people are saying that Syndicate was the last true Assassin's Creed game, where it is not true. The same cycle continued for Assassin's Creed Origins, where people first disliked it, but when Odyssey was released, they were seen praising it. And the cycle will continue until the last Assassin's Creed game. So the point is that not Ubisoft, but the fans themselves are responsible for what they're getting, because the company tries to deliver the best available product to their customers, and they also take care of what the customers want. This is why they're adding a lot of old school features in the games, but if they add something new, then fans will criticize it unduly. So their likes and dislikes change over time. And this is why we think the Assassin's Creed franchise is failing, whereas in reality it isn't. If we look at the sales, then Assassin's Creed is still earning a lot of profit. Assassin's Creed Valhalla has sold more than 14.5 million copies, and this was a huge record for Ubisoft. In fact, it was the highest selling Assassin's Creed game. So it's all our mindset, because we're connecting to social media a lot. What we see nowadays deludes our mind into thinking what isn't happening, as compared to God of War fans who actually love what they're getting, and did not criticize the new games for their new style and overhaul. In fact, they can be seen defending their games in YouTube's comment section. But with Assassin's Creed, the case is completely different. We hope that you understood what we were trying to say. It's a bit controversial, but it's true. And these were some of the reasons which we believe are responsible for the downfall of Assassin's Creed. We try to tell you the most logical reasons of why this franchise has lost its charm or is failing. But before ending the video, we would like to say that all depends on your mindset. Because even if the games are not being praised critically, they are doing fine commercially. Which means that the games are not failing, but they have lost their charm. And that was pretty much it for this video. Let us know in the comment section what are your thoughts about this, and also keep in mind that the whole video was based on our personal opinion. We hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like and also subscribe for more videos like this one. We will see you in another interesting and amazing video. Till then, take care and goodbye.